everything Sony makes. Right now, we're going to focus on the newest VAIO Z laptop that was announced earlier this summer. Each time a new version is released, the engineers really have to step up their game. And we got our hands on the newly released VAIO Z so we can tear it open and see what's different about it this time. But we didn't just take it apart ourselves. This time, we got help from one of the actual creators of the VAIO Z. He's come here all the way from Tokyo to crack open the new laptop for Signal fans. Joining me now in the studio is Shinji Oguchi, one of the engineers who created the VAIO Z, and Nobuyasu Nozawa, who heads up the VAIO team in the U.S. Oguchi-san, I hear that this is your first visit to the U.S.
Yes, it's the first time to come to the U.S. It's very exciting.
Excellent. Glad to have you here. You took apart the VAIO Z for us, and you did it super fast. Obviously, design for something like that is very intricate, and people love to see how it works. You see tons of teardown videos of the VAIO Z on the internet. How does it feel to watch people make their own teardown videos?
実際こうして分解するっていうことは壊れてしまう可能性があるのでお勧めしないんですけれども、分解してもらえるっていうことは、大変関心を持ってもらっているお客様の好奇心を刺激できているというふうに思うので、とても光栄に思います。
So actually, it is not recommended that you break it apart because it might cause the damages.
Yeah.
But I personally feel that I'm honored because a lot of people are, stimulated to do that because they love this series.
Sure.
Yeah.
Excellent, yeah. So we've taken it apart here. I mean, let's really take a look inside. We've taken two laptops apart today, one of the previous generation Zs and the new generation Z, so we can really show you what's changed. We've got the old one right here. I mean, the first thing you can see is the different layout. I mean, the parts are stacked in the older model, which is right here, and then they're flat in the new model. You can see the difference, especially when you look at the casings of the old and new. So tell us about some of the engineering that went into making the new layout and why you went with flat instead of stacked.
まず一つは片面実装をすることで薄さっていうのを追求している。それからこのファンを薄くするために今回はデュアルファンを採用してさらに薄さを求めています。
So first of all, in order to realize a super thin form factor, we decided to go for a single mounting design. And at the same time, we decided to go for a dual fan design as well in order to make the whole heat sink thinner.
Cool. So, I mean, tell us about the cooling vents and the fans and what's changed there in terms of the body of the computer.
まず一つ先ほどのメリットとしては薄くなっていること。それからさらに
The merit is it's thinner.
エアベントをボトムだけでなくて今回はファームレストの両サイド、それからキーボードからも吸気をすることで効率化を図っています。
So we managed to optimize the efficiency of their air intake by having this inlet on the side of the keyboard, like you saw, and also through the keys of the keyboard.
Yeah, you can see the little...
Yeah, a little hose.
Yeah.
You have another inlet at the bottom of the cabinet. By doing so, we managed to realize a very cool and less noise fun architecture.
Okay, so the old VAIO Z used a hybrid graphics system. Does the new VAIO Z use the same system?
これはハイブリッドではありません。
It's not hybrid graphics.
Okay, so what is the graphics solution on the new VAIO Z?
外付けのパワーメディアドックに入れています。
This time it is available as a dedicated graphics card on the external power media dock.
Okay, which you have taken apart there. This is the full one. This has the graphics card on it, but it looks like you've also got the optical drive on here. Can you tell us exactly what kind of stuff do we have on the media dock here?
一つはスロットインドライブ、光学ドライブが入っています。
One of them is the slot-in optical drive.
Okay.
Yep.
もう一つは先ほども説明したようにエクスターナルグラフィックス。
So there's a dedicated graphics card just underneath this pipe.
Okay.
Yep. So these ports for the expandability.
Okay.
Yep.
And how is this all connecting? It looks like you guys are using a custom connector there.
Yeah. So this time we are using our custom-made connection technologies based on the Intel's architecture, codenamed Lightpeak.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So with this single connection, you can power the optical drive from the system, and also on the other end, you can this graphics card can drive the system with extra horsepower as well.
Very cool. And let's talk a little bit about the slot loading drive. I saw a teardown video of the old VAIO Z where it was using the tray loading drive, and the person who made the video showed a little bit of concern about using a tray system and the exposure of the disc. Can you tell us what happened with the redesign?
メディアに傷がつく可能性があるので、挿入口の下に円弧を設けまして、傷がつきにくいように配慮しています。
So in order to avoid the possibility of having a scratch on the disc itself, so we designed this entry shape in a way that there's a little arc, so that you can have less contact between the disc and
so there's actually like a slight curve here on the top.
Curve, yeah.
Well, this thing looks awesome. I love this. I wanted to talk a little bit about the new hinge design as well, because I know you guys completely redesigned the hinges. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
一つはデザイン的なところで、ヒンジを見えなくする。ディスプレイを開けた時にヒンジを見えなくするということが一つ。
One of the reasons is for the aesthetic reason.
もう一つは、このヒンジの、スタイルにすることで、ディスプレイを上げた時にボトムを持ち上げます。
Another reason is that when you open the LCD, it actually lifts up the bottom cabinet.
そうすることでより多くファンが吸気できるように設計
In
して
doing
います。
so, since the bottom cabinet is lifted up, there will be a space where you can take in the air. In order to cool down the system.
So it actually helps with vents and airflow as well.
Yeah, exactly. And at the same time, you can have a little tilted keyboard, right? So you can have a more comfortable typing experience as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Okay, other things about the design. Does the new Z use a standard voltage CPU?
はい、そうなのです。
Yes.
Okay, cool. And talking about the materials, is this made of the same materials as the old Z?
はい、今回も軽さを追求するために、ディスプレイそれからボトム両方にカーボンファイバーを使っています。
This time, in order to further accelerate the lightness, we use the carbon fiber material, both on the lid as well as the bottom.
And you were telling me that that has something to do with the toughness or the rigidity as well. Can you talk a little bit about the new design?
横側、ボトムを横側を立ち上げる、それからパームレストに曲げを入れて、これを組み合わせることで、六角形のような形を作りまして。
So by having this side, standing up this way, and having this keyboard palm rest, in case this way, then we realize this hexagonal shape. Yes.
で、構成を増しています。
It leads to higher durability.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's super light and then it's extra durable this time around as well. And let's talk about battery design.
今回バッテリーは薄型を追求するためにポリマーセルを使っています。
Yeah. Again, in order to realize a thin form factor, we use the lithium polymer battery.
Okay. And that is that a fully internal battery or is that an external that pops out, or how does that work?
今回は合成を上げるためにバッテリーを本体にネジで留めています。
So in order to increase the rigidity of the whole system, we decided to embed this battery by the screws.
Okay, but it is actually accessible through screws.
Yes, it is accessible.
Cool. Okay, I think we've seen all the key parts of the laptop now, but I heard that you brought in something extra for signal fans.
今回は全ての始まりであるモックを持ってきました。
This time I brought a mock-up that initiated this whole project.
So this is when you guys decide the form factor, you actually carve this.
そうです。
Yes.
It's like an injection mold.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like the world's coolest pencil box. This is really cool. Thank you so much, Oguchi-san and Nobu, for coming and show us the VAIO Z. This
My
is
pleasure.
Awesome. Remember to stay on top of everything Sony makes, from games to gadgets.